What's up, guys? Kripparrian here with a brand new take on Evenlock for you from Scholomance Academy. This is a new take on Evenlock. We've got a few new cards that really help bolster the archetype that was pretty strong in the past but has fallen off a bit lately. In particular, we have Flesh Giant, which adds a third option for the Giants in order to get an 8/8 out early. You've also got Brittlebone Destroyer, which can combo with either your life tap or another card in Raise Dead in order to get you a free kill on an opponent's minion to push face a little bit more with your Giants. You've also got Soul Shear, which shuffles the soul fragments into your deck, which provide healing, activating your Flesh Giants a little bit earlier, as well as the Brittlebone, so that you can make sure that those are online, as well as clearing up low-cost minions on the opponent's side and offering some much-needed healing for the deck. For those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leg reveal at 50,000 YouTube subs. If you want to watch me live, you can head over to twitch.tv/Roffle. There's a link down in the description below.
Watch this!
Mage is probably not the matchup we're looking for, but that's okay. I don't think I keep the Giant. I want to find... Well, if I tap 3 turns in a row, it goes to 5. That's kind of slow. I needed removal, not free 8/8s. Why do you need Zihi in the deck? Because we pay very little mana for our cards, and the opponents pay a lot of mana for their cards in most situations. Like, most decks that beat us are slow controlling decks, so we can negate some of their AoE removal with Zihi or combo potential. We thought about the Dark Portal to get them Giants early and cheap. That's, like, turn 4 is too slow to be drawing your Giants. Because I want to make a Giant on turn 4 and 5 and then 6. Like,
we have many secrets.
Oh, wow. It's just Secret Mage with a bad draw. I have to try the counterspell into this, though. Like, I'm just dead. Actually, that's not true. I can Defile. I have double Defile, so it's safe. That's a really good duplicate for me. Just hold and play this next turn. I want to combo these two together, the Shambler and the Molten. Like, there's not that many 2-drops in my deck. Many of the 2-drops require other cards anyway, so there's no point in tapping for it too. I don't want to just throw away a Defile.
I'm late. I'm late.
It's fine. Should be able to turn this around. Ooh. I think that gets better later. Could Defile Hellfire? No, it's just this. They could Fireball Ping trade that goes face, but then we just run that in Hellfire and play a Molten Giant. Like, I think we're in a good spot here.
You're not ready for this.
Until that came out.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Still have Defile. Or another Defile, rather. This could be Counterspell again, but still have to try it. I had the Hellfire as a backup. I don't think I want to go too much lower than I am right now.
I wonder...
Like, I could tap, but I need to be able to have some breathing room in my life total in order to Hellfire Spellstone. But I guess I'm tapping. Sure. This gives me some breathing room. They can't burn us down this turn, so should be fine. Alright. That's a good draw. Probably just need to get the lifesteal going though, right? No, I've got another turn. As long as I don't tap here, I should be fine. That always happens.
Pitiful mortal.
I can't tap because of where like the breakpoint double fireball would kill me in that case. Yep. I kind of want to kill that, but what's the best way to do so? I can't die, right? So because they only have one card, I think what I can do is tap, which brings this online. No, that means I could die if it's a duplicate, right? I've already seen both explosives. Good turn. So we're just gonna heal aggressively here, right? Like I'm gonna Spellstone my own minions. Actually, this is Zihi. Zihi is quite good here. I can Spellstone my minion and then Zihi. Or the opponent can just concede. That's cool too.
I will fight with honor.
Let's have some fun.
Alright, Paladin should be good. I want to find Defile, though, against either type of Paladin, I think.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Murlocs, yeah. Still want that Defile. I am BGS. Thank you for the 100 bits. It's only Friday and you're getting inundated with weekend chat. I feel like you're therefore entitled to compensation, so here's $1. Well, thank you. I don't think that I'm necessarily entitled to that, but I do appreciate it. Are you liking the expansion so far? It's been fun. I like the dual class cards in particular. And I don't know, there's a lot of other interesting things that go alongside it. Okay, tap for Defile or Giant. That's Defile. We probably win this game now. Unless they hit Cold Light Seer and just Battlegrounds us. Perfect. 10 out of 10 Defile here. I mean, they didn't have a way to play the Rockpool Hunter and not play into Defile, so. New card, PogChamp. I want to save the Hellfire for next turn. Heckfire for next turn. Sorry. So we take 2. Like, the only thing that beats us is a Prismatic Lens high roll now.
Reporting for duty.
Am I tapping here? It's the downside. I could also just go Raise Dead into Coin Homunculus and play the 8/8. That seems good. Yep.
Reporting for duty.
Nice. Extra nice. Right, I can get a free kill on that. Or I can make a 4-mana 7/7. Or I can just make this and go face. I'm always going face, but this is a better use of my mana, right? This makes a 6/6? 5/5? Doesn't matter. I like having multiple attackers on the board as well. Sure. Just in case that they do get a tip the scales into something that, like, so that I have more attackers to run into. Now I can clean up some of these guys and just make a 4-mana 7/7. What would I tap into? I'm just going to take that off the board because 16... Actually... Yeah. We trade because of some keeper, Tarim, actually. There's no reason to tap. Tarim would have been a... Like, Tarim plus Bluegill potentially could have won that game for the opponent, so trading made that less likely. Just always keep the Molten Mountain. Put those away. I think I'm okay into even. Aggro has burned over the top, so I'm probably less excited about that. Soggy Bacon, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate that support.
We have turned our curse
I think
into our
I'd most like this to be even Shaman, but oh well. Big Shaman probably isn't that bad for me either. Especially with the Brittlebones, that can kind of like smash through their taunts. My 8/8s are bigger than their 7/7s. My 8/8s are also bigger than their walking fountains, so. Seems a little bit alarming. Tap to 9. Could also just... Do I just play this? I don't care about giving stuff taunt, right? I want to be able to disrupt or start smacking him in the head. Like, I can still play this next turn if I do it. So sure. I can tap Giant next turn to further reduce the Flesh Giant. That's a good draw. Like, this just doesn't seem like a matchup where the taunt on my Giants is going to be that relevant, especially when I already have this to give taunt as well. This is okay. Again, my stuff is bigger, so I can just clear that. Yeah, that Sunfury made a big difference there. I could have also tapped into Brittlebone, but like this was pretty clean. What are you getting for 7? Oh, sure. We know they have another one in hand. Make a guy, kill a guy. Like, just universally good in card games. I love it. I don't necessarily love that, but... I want to take the front half of this down. Just because if they're able to Ancestral Spirit or Vivid Spores on the Death Rattle version, it's just real bad for me. Like, there's very little room for recovery there. This looks like a Vivid Spores setup, but it's not. Okay. This is manageable then. Even with a... Yeah, Ancestral Spirit is fine. I would like to find the other Brittlebone. Oh, that heal was kind of troll. Hellfire, trade. This goes to 5. Yeah, Hellfire, trade, Defile. Or is there a better way? Hold on. 3. If I hit here, that goes to 5. 2. I can't kill that. Do I tap first? I think this is still a good play. I needed to get the giant online, but I maybe should have tapped earlier, and that might have just allowed me to not have to worry about that. But I've got this now for another wave because they're only gonna have more minions, right? Potentially. I got big. I want to get 9 to face. Cat, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you think Spell Damage Shaman is a good deck or a good meme? I've got some ideas for not like heavy Spell Damage Shaman, but definitely something using some of the new synergies, and I think it might be okay. I'll have to test it out though. Thank you for the bits. This Raised Dead has the potential to be obscene. It was only okay. I don't want to mess with that. I want to keep this in hand in order to push through taunts or something. So I can go like this into this and hit him for 16. If there's just a... It's not going to do it. I mean, how much do I need to extend here, right? Probably not that far. Maybe just Genn and Molten Giant. I don't want to play the other. Like, there's still potential for another scheme, which means they're getting 10 to face. I'm glad they didn't hit the Brittlebone. Could have Scrapyard. I have an answer to Scrapyard, though, that I've been saving for, like, I have these two. This is what happens if he had Scrapyard.
Let's have some fun. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
Is he sitting now? No, I would never sit. Keep the Defile for discard Warlock. This is a turn 3 giant, so that's good.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
If this is the mirror, it's not. It's about getting the giant down first, which gives us an advantage. This is maybe one matchup where the coin is favored. Does that make this Reno Warlock? I don't think you want that card in Cube because it kind of runs into issues with the skull. Oh my god, more giants. Well, maybe it is just Cube Warlock, I don't know. Or it could be like Hellfire Warlock.
I ain't talking. You're so sweet.
Thanks. I feel like hitting the opponent for 8 right there is pretty good.
At last.
Okay, it's Reno. I suppose that makes sense because you're probably not running Skull in that deck. Unlike Priest, this is a pretty favored matchup. I want to make multiple large threats. I think I coin a... I could just play this. I could coin tap into that. That seems wasteful. I think I just coin this. An 8/8 is fine.
Look what I brought.
I only need one giant to live in order to have Hellfire lethal if I go face. Whereas if I don't go face, I need a giant and something else for Hellfire lethal. So we're just going face.
Job done.
There's a Defile with a bump Defile, but that shouldn't be enough here. Like you need something to remove this still.
Gracious is patience.
Yep. That's what we set up into.
Let's have some fun.
Coin means we keep the giant. I don't know if I keep the Hellfire. I think I'd rather find Devolve, but this gives us a turn 3. You mean Heckfire? Sorry, yeah. Pardon my French.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
I cannot wait to read these.
Okay, it's Libram, so we're just looking for taps into the big giant. The problem is that they have Libram of Justice, which is really good into our giants.
I cannot wait to read these.
So we're gonna need to pace out our giants. Well, having a lot of giants helps us pace them out pretty easily.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, this is a soft check for Libram. Libram of Justice, that is. I could have coined a Hellfire, but that's like, we want to establish a board presence first.
I feel bad for you.
Because if they go all face now, they're going to be in real big trouble. It's still a lot of trading, but I'm okay with. I don't really like just Hellfire in here. I'm considering Mountain Giant Coin Sunfury. The thing that I do like about the Hellfire Heckfire is that it ramps the Spellstone. What are those trades? I think those trades were actually correct. Like, they would have just gotten blown out by the Hellfire if they didn't make those trades. Like, it would have been game losing into Defile as well. Like, either Hellfire or Defile would have lost them the game there. It also reduces the cost of this. I think my goal is to get the Flesh Giant down before the next, or as soon as I possibly can. So trying to get that to 0, the Hellfire helps with.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
I can go here, Brittlebone, and then I have a fully ramped Spellstone and I'm not healing. I don't want to heal because I have this in hand. Or I don't necessarily want to heal just yet, but this is a pretty good setup. I really believe Pure Paladin is a decent deck in Wild. No, I think it is. Especially with the new 6-mana guy. He seems quite strong. Can I get that down effectively this turn? Could go tap Giant. I think it's Spellstone that. Or I could do the Soul Shear and rely on those to reduce the Flesh Giant. They don't have that many cards. What is their draw potential? The 7-mana guy? That's, or lady? That's going to be rough if I play this into it and they drop it, but I don't think I want to leave stuff up for them to buff. Or at least not stuff that's that large. I don't think I care enough to play the Soul Shear. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to avoid. That's okay. Let's play this.
Look what I brought.
I'm looking for like one real big swing turn. That means getting my life total below 10 and potentially, well, potentially taking damage so that I can get the Brittlebone down.
Love a good study session.
Okay. That allows me to be a little bit more free with my Flesh Giant here, I think.
They break so easily.
I got this. Oh.
Got one card left. Two cards. Probably desperately needs to be refill for their sake. Will dual Paladin be viable, or is it a dust scam? I think it's like it's not competitively viable. It's not really meant to be. It's just kind of a fun deck.
This dungeon reeks of magic.
It's a pretty good refill. Should be able to. Oh man, that's a draw. I don't want to extend too far because of Libram, but let's make the trades first. Go here. It's a lot of books too. Setting another weak taunt seems good. Again, if they play the Libram, they can only attack into these two, and I still get the 16 to face. I have potential Hellfire into lethal. That is not Libram, so we should be set. I should be game. Is this deck good? I'm like at a 75% win rate right now, I think. So it's been doing pretty well for me. I think it's too early in the expansion to say for sure whether it's going to stick, but like it's definitely very good. It's a deck that's kind of been in and out of the meta, so it depends a little bit on what other decks are popular in order to like find success.
The battle is over. You win.
Your time ends now. Let's have some fun.
Are the doggos? The doggos are great. Thanks for asking. I feel like figuring out what your deck wants to do and what it's good at is a really important skill to have that not every player has mastered yet. No, that's true. Like, I don't know, it's somewhat counterintuitive that you would consider a deck with such a heavy top end as an aggressor. Like, it also runs removal spells, so it's kind of like, yeah, I would consider it an aggressive mid-range deck if I had to assign an archetype, which I don't think is necessarily all that valuable. It's a good opener. We've had pretty good success into Big Shaman as well, so. But basically the deck relies on finding like impactful swing turns to take advantage of your cost reduction. Sometimes that's as early as turn 4, which this will be. Sometimes, you know, you need to pave the way for them first. That's going to be real scary for you. I warned him. Honestly, I could clear it, and maybe it was wise into like Vivid Spores or Ancestral Spirit, but I just wanted to make a better play for board. Like, I have value trades into this, so it's not like, even if they kill this, like, this is... That giant went 2 for 1. So I'm happy about that. I could even get that back, but probably not this turn. Just gonna make a 4/4 here, it looks like. Or I could go here into... I could kill that, get a Homunculus back. I take it Zihi isn't really necessary. It's an okay card, it's not mandatory. I kind of want to get the Flesh Giant back, or have a chance of getting the Flesh Giant back with that. A 4/4 is fine. It trades evenly with that. And this is why I feel good into this deck, right? Because like my stuff is always just slightly bigger than theirs. If you know what I'm saying. I think I can actually just double Soul Shear that because I don't really want to... Like, again, I want to have a chance at the Flesh Giant with that, so... It allows me to get 4 to face. And get a 2/3 down. I'm okay with that. It might mess up the Molten Giants, though, which I'm kind of concerned about. It's possible that tap was better than the Sunfury, but okay. That's their turn. This is our turn. If I get Flesh Giant and the Faceless, that would be nice. I got neither. That's okay. I want to make sure that I have at least a 7/7 on the board in case they get another Scrapyard Colossus. Like, I still have Attacker's Initiative here. It's still like a fine spot. I can clear a Scrapyard if they don't hit the Brittlebone. So I don't have to clear that, but I think I do just because of, like, it's pretty nutty into Ancestral Spirit or Vivid Spores. DJ, my dude. I don't know if you're intending to, but maybe stop spamming chat.
They break so easily.
I think Defile's better later. I'm just gonna give up my 4/4. Actually, 4, 7, 14. It's not enough to matter for lethal. Wait, maybe it was. I didn't count the Hellfires. My niece was typing. Oh, no worries. I figured it was unintentional. Yeah, we got cleared, so that's fine. Stop healing, no! Okay, that's fine. Again, 8/8s are important because of the way they line up into the opponent's minions. Probably need to hit something big here, though. That's not very big.
You are victorious this time.
Rank 2 gamer. Thank you to legendary patrons Anonymous Toast, IGN Unknown, Justice Crater, Fizzle Jizzix, Molly Mock, Boardman5, Matthew Crow, and Nick the Chef.